So I'm starting with a piece of embroidery floss that's 3 strands, and usually embroidery floss is 6 strands, so I've pulled 3 of the strands out. I already have a knot tied at the end. So you're just going to start at your first hole, pulling it up from the bottom so that your knot is on the back side, and then going back down through the previous hole. And what you're going to do now is bring it back up through the first open hole and back down through the previous hole. So back up through an open hole, back down through the previous hole. So you're just essentially creating a line. You can also think of it as moving forward when you're coming up from the bottom, and then always going backward when you're going back down through. So I'm going to move forward up through the open hole, but go backward back through the previous hole. So that's why it's called a backstitch. Also remember that you're working with paper here instead of fabric. So if you pull up too hard on your embroidery floss, you can create a tear in your paper, which is really quite hard to fix. So just make sure you're not pulling your embroidery floss too tightly. And so now I'm going to show you how I finish off my back stitch. So you're going to pull it through the back, and then you're going to run your needle under the last stitch that you made, but don't pull it all the way through. You're going to leave a little loop at the end. Put your needle back through that loop to create a knot, and then pull your embroidery floss taut, but not too tight, because you can actually rip the paper if you pull it too hard. And then just cut off the excess thread, and there you go. There's your very simple back stitch.